Evening everyone, it's Ian from DIY Home and Gardening. Start of a new video, kind of another houseplant one actually, well certainly a houseplant in the UK. Just going to have an attempt at propagating my dragon fruit plant. Hierocephalus undata is the variety I've got, so it's should be, well I say that's the variety it should be, so it produced the red dragon fruit skin with a reddish flesh internally. But as with all dragon fruits, you won't actually know which variety you've got or confirm which variety you've got until it fruits, which for me could take another 3 years. But in the meantime, I'm going to do a little bit of propagation on it just to experiment, I suppose. So if I turn the camera around and we'll have a look. So that's my dragon fruit plant, Hierocephalus. It goes by a lot of common names, so Pitya, something, I can't remember, something rose pear, moonlight cactus, because they actually flower at night. But yeah, Pitya tends to be the most common one, or dragon fruit. Let's say dragon fruit kind of relates to the look of the scaly purple fruit that you get from them. They are actually in the cactus family, but they don't grow in a desert like normal cactus. You know, you find them a lot in the sort of tropical climate, and they're sort of again, unlike a normal cactus, they're a bit of a sprawly thing, or they will actually climb given some support. And you can see the tendrils there, or the roots. But yeah, getting slightly sidetracked in giving a little bit of background to it. But here in the UK, can't grow it outside. Let's get that out there. So I'm growing it indoors. Just to try it really. The fruit is lovely. If ever you get a chance to try one, worth trying. Fruit is lovely. Contains a lot of seeds, but they're so small you don't even notice you're eating them. But growing it as an indoor plant, and in order for hopefully it to bear fruit at some point, it needs to have stems that are strong enough and thick enough to bear the weight of the fruit. And what you want to do is you want to develop some stems that you can train to go upwards, and then if you've ever seen them growing, they then grow up a pole or up something, and then you'll have kind of a head of stems hanging downwards, and they will all bear fruit. So as you can see, it's a bit of an unruly thing. This plant is literally from last year. When I got it, it was just this singular stem up to that point. So you can see it's put on that, and then this side growth. And I don't, because this is my first time of having a go, I don't want to end up losing the whole plant. So what I thought I'd do is just use this piece here as my first attempt at cutting, and I'm looking to make the cut down at the base there. So first things first, something to hold it with, and going to use a little piece of cardboard, nice and trusty, and hold that. Otherwise you can use gloves, but believe me when I say these spikes are ridiculously sharp. And because they're so fine, when you get them in your skin, they're quite hard to actually get out, because most of the time they just break off. So yeah, so be careful if you're having a go at doing this. So using clean, sharp secateurs, that's a must. And just turn it round so it makes it a little bit easier to see, and very technical this. I used to use this technique when we were potting up cactus. So just wrap it around, give it a squeeze so you can hold it nice and tight, and then just getting your secateurs, you want to cut it nice and tight in, like so, and that is the base there, and that's the top. And the important thing is to remember which way it goes, because if you plant it in the wrong way, it won't root, and well, basically it won't root, and you'll be left with something that just dies off gradually. So we'll put that to one side. Then the next thing is you want to cut a section, so it's going to give you a bit of a cross section from which to root. Let me just find something to drop it into. Yeah, it's an old pot. And so all we're going to do is we're going to cut a section off like that, and that opens up a bit of a wound, and then we'll pop this on one side and allow it to dry and callus over. And to be honest, as I say, I've never done this before, but from what I've read, it can take from a few days up to a week for it to callus over. So I'll pop it on one side and come back to you once it's doing that. Hi guys, back with you. So 10 days on since did the cutting of the dragon fruit plant, and let's see if we can see that. Hopefully you can see. So the end has healed over. You can actually see sideways on, it's tried to sort of start producing something in the very middle there. So I'm not sure if that is a rooting section or not, but basically, so it's been drying for 10 days and it's just calloused over a little bit. And what I'm going to do now is pot it up. So that is the typical mixture that I'd use for my dahlias and lilies. So it's about a 50-50 mixture of multi-purpose compost with perlite, and the perlite is that volcanic mixture or volcanic product which aids with drainage, also retains a bit of moisture. So I'm going to fill it to that level, about an inch down, stand the cutting into the middle of the pot whilst I then fill around it. So this is, as I said, it's a bit experimental because I've not had one of these before. You can see I'm still using my cardboard technique because these are ridiculously sharp. And just get a bit more around that just to support it. Oh, drop some on the floor. Give it a nice firm in. And then all I'm going to do is just use this bottle, just give the surface a bit of a spray down so we get a bit of moisture around it but without too much, and I'll leave that and hopefully that will root through. So yeah, we'll see what it does. Come back and see you soon. Morning everyone, so back with you, 14th of April. So just over a month on from when I started the video. And certainly a month on from potting this little guy. And you can see he's nice and solid in the pot now. Has formed some root, albeit only a little bit, but has formed enough to anchor it into the pot now. So yeah, it has taken a while for it to actually do something. And you know me, I like to actually wait till to show you that something actually works or has failed before I do a video. So yeah, we are, like I say, month on, but also in that time, interesting enough, these sections here that I'd left on, I mean, they were tiny little stubs when I did the cutting, and look how much they've grown now. Although it does also look like the spiders have been making a few webs in this as well. But yeah, plenty of growth on that. I mean, look at it. It's doing really well. So I might actually end up taking a few more cuttings from this. I'm kind of tempted now to do the same on these ones. Now I know that well, that you can take cuttings of dragon fruit successfully. So anyway, yeah, just wanted to show you the update and I suppose the final bit of this really, and just see how these two progress now for the rest of the year. So from me and this little guy, thanks for watching the video. Hope you found it interesting. If you have got any questions, please send them over to me. I'll do my best to answer them. As I've said at the start of the video, this is literally my first time growing dragon fruit, first time actually doing a cutting of one. And yeah, before I'd actually tried it myself, I've done a bit of research. So whatever I tell you is probably going to be what I've read myself, or yeah, a bit of trial as well. So yeah, if you have got any questions, please send them to me. If you like what I'm doing, then please subscribe to the channel. It's always nice to see more people coming on board, asking more questions and broadening knowledge across all of us. Don't forget to hit that reminder button so you don't miss out on the future videos that I'm doing. And yeah, let's get out in the garden as it's a lovely day, and have some fun. See you soon. Bye for now.